That's right, Maniacs. I'm the Metal Messiah, and I'm here another day at Wacken for Total Rock. And I'm here with one of the Metal Gods, legendary bassist of Judas Priest, Ian Hill. How's it going?
All right, so far. Yeah, so far so good.
Enjoying Wacken? The heat?
Yeah, it's been like this for the entire European run. Same everywhere, I think.
Yeah, England's been like. I think last week we had our first rainfall for like 2 months. So it's like since May, I think. So.
It's funny because we did the States in March, and we had a snowstorm follow us around everywhere.
Really?
We had a snowstorm here, exactly the opposite. Doesn't matter where we go, north, south, east, or west. It's bloody. Hey, I'm not moaning.
I think a lot of people are, and as soon as it starts raining, people are like, "Oh, it's too wet."
That's
it's
right.
like, well, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Looking forward to your set tonight.
Yeah, should be a good one. Yeah, as you said, we've done this festival 2 or 3 times over the years. It's really well run.
Yeah.
And it's a pleasure to do this one.
Any surprises tonight?
It all depends if you saw the last show. And there's some songs that we put in for this little leg of Europe that we didn't play in the first leg. So yeah, there'll be a couple of new ones in there. Keep people interested. Yeah.
Oh, cool. 'Cause you're playing Bloodstock this week as well. Is that correct?
You're doing what? Sorry?
Playing Bloodstock.
That's
this
right.
week.
Yes.
I'll be there. I'm going to Bloodstock as well.
Yeah, I just about 3 miles from where I live.
Oh, nice. So hop on the bus.
Yeah. I hear it every year, but it's been the first time I've played there.
Yeah. You guys haven't because people have been wanting Priest to play there for years. I've been lobbying for Priest to play there for years, and you just haven't. Any reason why at all, or just scheduling?
I don't know. It's funny because Andy Sneap, the guy that helped produce Firepower, his band Hell were playing there last year, and it's the first time I'd ever been to Bloodstock. And of course, I'm walking around the VIP area at the back, and people say, "Oh, you're here checking it out for next year?" I go, "No," because I'd got a clue. And of course, there we are. So I'll probably get a lot of credit I don't deserve.
As long as you put your stamp on it and make sure you get some royalties from that, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. That's very well run. I got to know Adam.
I am.
Nice bloke.
Anything different between this set and next week's set?
Possibly.
That you can say?
Yeah, possibly. We like to keep things sort of standard if we can. Although we played every night, for the crowd, it's new. They haven't seen it before,
So you still need that sort of sense of awe.
Yeah. Well, you still need to. People might be coming to see a certain song, or not that they do, but they might be disappointed if you don't play it or you replace it with something they don't like. So there might be one or two, but don't hold your breath. It'll be the same as tonight.
Like you say, Andy's been doing the live shows for you. How's he fitting in?
He's fitting in great now. Yeah. Obviously, he was wary at first. He's suddenly stepping onto a very light stage. But he's been at it now for a few months, and his confidence is growing, and he's performing really, really well. He always played well, but the performance is getting there as well now. He's fitting right in.
Ah, cool.
He's one of the gang now.
One of the boys. Oh, nice. Firepower came out this year. How's it been received?
It's been received great. I do know why. It's a strong album. Mm-hmm. As soon as I heard the roughs, it was obviously Glenn and Richie and Rob. Do the vast majority of the writing, and they once they got an album's worth of demos together, warts and all, that's when I get a copy of that, and Scott will get a copy as well, and he puts his drum patterns and I put my bass lines. And as soon as I heard it, I thought this is strong, this is a strong album.
Yeah, I've got a copy of it. It's a really good album.
Yeah. And of course we've got Tom Allen involved again after all this time, and of course Andy, and a great engineer in Mike Exeter. And they've done a tremendous job on the sound. I mean, we basically show up and play. It's them that make it sound good, And they did a tremendous job, Really did.
Cool. Yeah, you guys have been going for years. Is there any how's the sort of industry changed from when you started to sort of now? Is like social media made a massive impact?
Well, it does. Yeah. I mean, as soon as you do something, everybody knows about it. There are no surprises really anymore, for good and bad. I mean, when we first started, it was either guys like yourselves who'd come and do an interview, hopefully before the show. and word of mouth, that's how you got yourself about. And of course the newspapers and whatever. But now, like you say, with social media, we've been on stage, we've come back and we've watched the whole show that somebody's put out,
See, it's
not watched it, but it's been there.
Because it's like nowadays you can there's always someone who's uploaded it onto YouTube.
That's it.
Someone's been there, recorded it, and then uploaded it on YouTube, and you think, you look like you say, you're watching it back that night, going,
that's it. Yeah,
and it's
critique it.
It's back in the 80s. There was none of that. People had to go to shows to actually see the band. But nowadays they can go on YouTube. They could live streams are a big thing for festivals now as well.
Yeah, there's that too. But the live performance and the atmosphere is one of the few things you can't replicate.
It's the buzz. As soon as they start selling buzz in a can, then that's when things might go a bit downhill.
We're all in trouble. Yeah.
So, like I say, you've done dozens of albums. What's your best one? What's your favourite one?
Well, it's always the new one, isn't it?
Always the new one.
Yeah, always
the new one you're trying to promote.
Yeah, but in this case, it's true. I love this new album. It's got a bit of everything. Like the light and the shade, and the dark, the fast and the slow, the heavy and the light. That we've become known for. That variety. That we've been styles of music that we've always been known for, and this album's got all of that. From the other albums, my favourite is probably Defenders of the Faith. Yeah, because that was the last of that line, if you know what I mean. Started off probably with British Steel, and really stopped there. Then we went into Turbo, just trying to look for something different, basically.
Turbo gets a lot of stick sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Unfairly, really.
Unfairly, because I really like Turbo. Yeah. A lot of people do give it a lot of stick because it's like synths and all that sort of stuff. But it is a really good album. There's a lot of good songs on there.
Some great songs.
And you listen back, you think, it's just back at, it's like people Turbo, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's like a really good album, good songs. Because my favourite is still, obviously, my favourite is Painkiller.
Oh yeah,
because I'm a big Thrash fan out, and that's the more heavier album. But my favourite song is still The Sentinel.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, that dual guitar bit.
We've been talking about that.
if you can fit in the set, go back to Rob and say, I've just done an interview and we have to play The Sentinel. I'll be in your debt forever.
Yeah, we have spoken about it. The thing is, if you put a new song in, you've got to take something out. And if you've got a set that's working really, really well, it gets more difficult, obviously. I've got to think of something to chop out. But we do try and, like I say, try and kick it about a bit, mix it up, just to keep interest going, for ourselves more than anything.
Yeah, you can't. It's like playing the same set night after night would get quite repetitive. It's just like if you switch it up a bit, then switching it up will just keep the crowd excited and also keep yourself excited.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so who knows? There might be a couple of changes for Bloodstock.
I hope so. And what's the future hold?
Future, we finish up Bloodstock. That's the last of this European tour. We're back to America with a dual headlining gig with Deep Purple.
Awesome.
That's taken us up to October. We've got about 3 weeks off, and then we're down to South America, onto Japan and the Far East. Bit of time off then for Christmas, and then next year we'll see. It's probably start all over again.
Oh, cool. And finally, any advice you would have for any upcoming bands?
Yeah, these days it's never been easy, but it's harder these days to get on. But it's patience more than anything, and sticking with it. Way back when we started, there was a nucleus of musicians just in West Bromwich, where I come from, and they get together, they're all different combinations of the same musicians, form 3 or 4 bands, play around for about 6 months, nothing happens, and they all change, and they're still doing it now, at our age, and I think the secret is patience and sticking at it. And if you're talented and you're churning out good material, somebody's going to notice you sooner or later.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Always. Yeah. Looking forward to your setup tonight and at Bloodstock. This has been the Metal Messiah for Total Rock. This has been Ian Hill of legendary metal gods, Judas Priest.
Thank you.
Keep metal, keep wrecking those necks and bang on those heads.